Hello and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are going to be drawing Banana Man, which you can pretty clearly see. I didn't forget to start recording, but I just didn't hit record before I started sketching it out. So I really only have doing the details to do today. But that's fine. I just had an idea, and I had to sketch it out before I forgot the idea, so I didn't have time to start the camera. But that's fine. Go ahead and just erase all that stuff, and we'll go ahead and make it look actually nice. Now, this is just Banana Man, reading like a grimoire or magic book or whatever the hell you want to call it. You're just reading a book. What's it about? I don't know. Maybe explosions or something. But there we go. We'll just go ahead and get the book in here first. I would like to sharpen my pencil, but I broke my pencil sharpener, so that's not going to happen. We're going to try to make these relatively even. Right, that's not even. Mostly the only thing that is not finished, like that wasn't finished in the sketch, was really the hands and the head. So the hands and the head might look a little worse than everything else. But it should be fine. Okay, that's pretty much in the exact same place, but you know what? I don't really give a shit. Actually, yes, I do. Like 2 seconds into the video, I've drawn and redrawn the same line like 3 times now. Alright, it was 2 times. Well, that's the 3rd time, I guess, but whatever. Alright, so we need to just keep them at relatively the same. That's perfectly even. It's not, but I can say it is, because I don't care. Alright. Go ahead and add a little bit of thickness to the book. And then go ahead and add some pages to the book. And then some more pages on this side. There we go. And I did add a little cover picture on this one, but I think we're going to wait to add the cover picture because we're just going to wait for it to be a little more done to add the cover picture. And what is the cover picture? It's just a little pumpkin and some characters, but the characters, well, although they do actually have letter meanings, I do not have the little dictionary thingy I made for them on hand, so I cannot remember what they actually mean. Pretty sure this one's a T, and this one's an R, but I don't know what the other ones mean. So, yep. We're going to go ahead and add his clothes in. Right, that will go like this. There's little holes here, where his clothes connect before they come out here with a little knot being tied. We're going to get a little closer to the sketchbook now. Should we draw his... You know, this does make him very disproportionate. I'm just going to go ahead and say that right now. He's not going to be proportioned exactly correct, because I didn't measure any proportions. I drew the book, then the hands, then the body, then the head. Which, you know, it probably wasn't the smartest order to do that stuff in, but you know, whatever. I don't really give a shit. But I do want to make sure I make his pumpkin look good enough. I usually get that bending in the other direction, but you know, that's fine. It doesn't actually matter. which way it bends when he's staring straight ahead, as long as when he's turned one direction, it faces the direction of the turn. Which actually, when drawing this guy, which his name's Banana Man, whenever I draw him, I actually use whatever this line is. Whenever I draw him, like at a different angle, how you draw the head, like this, I use that line as a marker on the pumpkin and give his eyes like that. Because it's just easier. That's where it would go anyways. Now we could add his little stem, but he's got a witch hat on. It won't show the stem. Also, what about his neck? What's under there? What's under there? Fucking nothing. He's got a neck, but I drew the pumpkin too high, and I just couldn't be bothered to actually change it. So, nothing's under there. Alright, so let's go ahead and add his eyes. This is definitely one of the more, if not most, disproportional Banana Mans I've drawn in a while, considering I did not actually put any of his pieces down before I started drawing him. Like his little pumpkin ridges, they're all off. There's supposed to be one that actually goes through this eye, and one that pretty much goes along the edge of that one, which I guess that is kind of fine, but this one's not. Ugh. Sitting in a weird position. We'll go ahead and just get down this area because this will be easy to get down. Which we added some tattering to the ends. Why? I don't know. Wasn't in the original ones, but I think it makes more sense to give it the tattering since he does live in the woods. And I did tatter his pants up a bit, so yeah. And I am beginning to actually be able to sketch Banana Man looking like this. So soon, I'll actually make that comic that I keep saying that I'm gonna make. I keep saying I'm gonna make comics for him, and then I'm not making any comics. And that's because I want his design to actually look good before I do a comic. I want to be able to actually draw him before I do a comic. I know I could practice drawing him by doing the comic, which was the original reason I actually wanted to do the comic, although I changed my mind because I came up with a new design for him and new reasons and everything for the design. So, even came up with other characters for the comics. Only thing I didn't really change was his pants. I mean, he wears jeans in this one, he wears overalls in his normal design, but I don't know any other clothes besides jeans and like shorts. And like, I guess top parts, but that doesn't count. I should have put like little rips in the bottoms, because there'd be rips in the bottoms of his jeans too, probably. Let's go ahead and try to erase those bits. That's good enough. We'll do some more patches because, well, of course he's gonna have patches. He lives in the woods with no one around except for Phil the Goblin and Bill and Jill and what's his name, Tobias, the little mushroom guys. So of course he's gonna have little patches all over his clothes. He can't really fix them normally. He's got to come up with ways to fix them with patches. There we go. I kind of want to fix that a little bit. have this. His shirt's got the same design every single time I draw it. Checkered. Or hatched, or chain-milled, kind of. This kind of makes him look like he's got a long neck, which I don't like, but it's fine. It's not, I don't like it, but it's fine. Alright. What am I doing? Oh yeah, he's got 4 fingers on this side. Damn, that's a big ass hand. His hand ain't gonna be that thick. Come on now. Let's go ahead and get down a basic shape for that hand first, actually. What we should be doing. There we go. Now we put some detail on it. Alright, he getting 3 fingers. I did say earlier, like a while ago, sometimes he will have 4 fingers, sometimes he will have 3 fingers. It is just going to depend on if I'm able to draw it well with 3 or with 4. It's not that big a deal. This amount of fingers gonna change. There's no story reason for it. Purely just a lazy reason. Could I come up with a story reason for it? Probably, but I'm not gonna. Alright. There's his stupid ass hands. Kinda wanna give each of these a little bit of different lookingnesses to them. If that makes sense. There we go. His gloves that he's got right there. His pants will be hatched in this direction. I am going to have to figure out how I'm going to actually color his, like, stuff. Obviously, his eyes, black, hatching for the majority of the shadows, but I want to figure out what's going to be filled in with black. Because I do think filling in areas with black can actually add a lot of detail. So I would like to do that. I said add a lot of detail, didn't I? That's not exactly what I meant, but you know, it doesn't really matter too much. Alright, there's his body, and the pumpkin. We'll go ahead and add his witch hat, which I still have not decided if he's going to have. I think what I'm gonna decide is that he's gonna sometimes have it, he's gonna sometimes not. It's gonna be kind of the same as his, kind of the same as his fingers, except for this one's not gonna change from panel to panel. It's going to change between comic to comic. If he's got it in one comic, he's gonna have it throughout that entire comic. But I'll definitely won't include it in all of them. I probably won't include it in the first one. But in the ones after that, probably. Well, I say the first one, but I guess it's if I actually do this one I'm thinking of as the first one. Alright. Wasn't me. Kind of messed up the hatching there, but you know, that's fine. Alrighty. Go ahead and go like that. Shade in the hat. You know, I'm actually going to be doing most of this comic at least the sketches for this entire comic traditionally. So I think it'll be pretty cool to hold like a comic that I made in my hands. That'll be pretty cool. It's just going to be a couple panels comic too. It's not that big. But I'll probably do a couple of them, obviously. Alright, let's go ahead and set a line right there so I can make sure this is level and where it should be. Alright. You know, all of these are actual characters, except for the V. That one's not a character. Alright. Those are all fine. You know, we'll just add a line on top of it, too, to try to make it look like it belongs. Do that. Ka-chow, 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 ka-chow. And then we'll try to just do like a pattern on the back, kinda. It's like a pattern, but I don't know. Oops, that was spinned the wrong way. Alright, I don't know, spirals in the corners, swirlies on these sides, big symbols on this side. Alright, there's Banana Man holding book of magical whimsy. Should I include his little gnome friend who's really not a gnome? He's actually a goblin. Why not? Alright. Go ahead and just go like this. And he's got a big beard. Big beard that is actually also fake because he stole it from the gnome. Alright. There we go. And then he's in a little cloak. And he's got his little tiny feet. And with his little cloak, he's got his little hand. Or I say cloak, but I mean robe. He's got his little hand, and he's holding a giant sack of treasure, which is seemingly endless. No matter how much treasure he puts in this sack, it never seems to run out of room. And then in this hand, he's got, of course, his wonderful, trusty... Hold on. Let me draw his hand in. His wonderful, trusty knife. He's got a tiny knife. He's got little stabbers. Alright, there we go. There's Banana Man. Hold on, let me write their names. Banana Man. Lil Banana Man. Phil. Redo the N on banana. And then, should we draw the other ones? Should we draw Bill, Jill, and Tobias? No, we shan't. We shan't. That is it. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.